Hey guys, Quilio here, and today we're going to be talking about the Xbox One Scorpio or Xbox One S. And this was a new Xbox that was announced in E3 earlier today, and it's set to come out in 2017. It's 40% slimmer and it has 4K resolution capabilities. But I'm really here to talk to you about how I think this is definitely the wrong move for Microsoft to make. Um, this is like a long overdue 4K support has been needed for very long. We've had 4K TVs for a lot longer than any console has had the capability for 4K support. And honestly, it is not that hard to deliver 4K resolution for watching movies and streaming. It's been in HDMI forever. It should have been on the last model, and really this is just, I sort of feel like this model is just them trying to make up for what they did wrong with the Xbox One. And if we look at the Xbox 360, you'll see that it lasts like 10 years of it's one of the top like gaming performance models. 10 years long its lifespan was. Now, the Xbox One has not lasted nearly that long. In fact, the Xbox One, by the time of the release of Xbox One Scorpio, will be only 4 years old, which tells us that Microsoft came out with the Xbox One really unprepared. They put a console on the shelf that was really almost obsolete by the time it hit the shelves. Like, this is a huge problem in console right now, and a lot of console people are fed up with the amount of new consoles that are coming out. I mean, we saw this with the Steam machine, where lots of different models were offered, and that's just not what console people want. Console players want simplicity. They all want to have the same model, and they like the cheapness of a console, and they and that's another thing. The Xbox Scorpio is, I've seen estimates that it's about $700 to $1,000. At that price point, PCs blow it way out of the water, and there's plenty of things now that can allow your PC to game just like an Xbox on the couch. And this means that they're gonna have to come up with something else. I definitely don't think this is the right move from Microsoft and Sony as well. Sony just came out with announced the PlayStation Neo, which is a competitor to the Xbox Scorpio, and it's just, both of these consoles are just trying to make up for what they lost in the past generation. I mean, they both. I mean, the Xbox Scorpio has 8 cores, but it doesn't even tell you specifically like what the GPU would be. So I can't even say. I mean, sure, you have 8 CPU cores, that's great, but 8 CPU cores is not what you're going to be using the majority of the time when you're gaming. You're going to be using your graphics card. So if they don't specify the type of graphics card and the clock speed and the CUDA cores in the graphics card, then there's no way to really tell you that that it's going to be that much more powerful gaming wise compared to the past model. 8 cores. I believe that the the PS4 has 7 cores. So really, this 1 core upgrade over what the PS4 was last generation isn't that big of a deal. And when you consider that they don't specify the graphics card, and they didn't even mention VR compatibility yet, and when the price range could definitely be way too high, I definitely don't think it's the right idea. And then, like I said earlier, this is similar to how the Steam machine worked. They wanted people to be able to choose which model they wanted, but people didn't like that. People wanted to be told what they wanted to buy. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it's the best business strategy for Xbox and PlayStation to be giving them one new console every generation, which is like 7 years or so, and making sure that console is the best console they can make to their abilities, and spending their time, that 7 years, developing that console and making sure that the games are going to run smoothly and all the graphic settings are correct, and really not having 4K in the last generation was not the right choice, because anything, a Roku, which costs $100, can run 4K. And I mean, sure, that's only a streaming service, but as you can see, a tiny little box can run 4K. It's not that hard. And the other things they're trying to sell you, like the controller, look like just a white version of the Xbox One controller. Honestly, I don't see that much of a difference. Like, it's just a reskin controller. Right? So, and again, this is all speculation. This is just my opinion. Maybe the Xbox One S and the PS4 Neo will do really well. Maybe they'll be the best console in modern times. But I personally don't think that this was the right direction that both these companies should have gone. I think that they should have waited for the life cycle, just rode out the life cycle of the Xbox One and the PS4, continue to make great games for it, and make sure that and keep introducing backwards compatibility, keep getting the titles out early on those consoles, and once it's done, then create a new console that is at a similar price point, keeping it cheap. That's another thing. Console gamers don't want to spend more money. That's one of the big things about console, is that it is cheaper than PC initially. And when you have a PC that costs $1,000 compared to whatever this Xbox, if it is around $1,000, is going to be able to do, it's just not going to be able to compete. And you could have a VR ready PC that can game at 1440p, also stream movies at 4K, and it's just really not even a competition, especially considering now with everything that you can get these like lapdog bundles that work like controllers with keyboards, and you can use a controller, any controller you want with a PC. It's just not really a contest anymore, and I really think this was the wrong direction to go. This was Quilio, and thank you for watching. Peace.